a little bit more about Ne Zha too and speak to Daniel Loria. He's the Senior Vice President of Content Strategy and Editorial Director at Box Office Pro. Welcome to the program. Thanks for joining us. A record over $1 billion in ticket sales in 2 weeks. It's not the first movie, it's the first movie rather, not made by Hollywood to hit that kind of money. Why do you think it's so successful?
Listen, if there was a formula, I'm sure there would be a lot of people trying to recreate it. It's, I think, like many movies, the right title at the right time, especially for a Chinese film industry still reeling from a year-over-year decline in 2024. Let's not forget that the Chinese box office suffered a 23% drop in 2024. So having a title like this, and it's not just the first movie to make $1 billion outside of Hollywood, that $1 billion came from China alone. This is the first time it's ever happened. So to have this happen for the Chinese market, I think is a great success.
And of course, the movie is now being showed outside of China, including North America. How well do you think its storytelling will translate to foreign markets?
You know, that's always hard to tell. Overseas distribution is always a mixed bag. You get some success stories, but it's really, really hard to crack specific overseas markets. What I can say specifically here with the US release is that it has a healthy screen count, a healthy market share for showtimes, considering the release context. Let's not forget this is the weekend where Marvel has a brand new movie hitting US theaters in Captain America: Brave New World. That title right now has a third of all showtimes in the United States. So everybody else is fighting for real estate. Right now, Ne Zha 2 is the #9 title in terms of Showtime market share in the country, according to our Showtime's dashboard here at the box office company. That equals around 2% of total showtimes. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it's one of the top 10 titles in terms of availability in the United States, despite heavy competition.
China for a long time had been a huge market for Hollywood, but now the top grossing pictures tend to be domestic productions. Why is that?
It's always hard to tell where audience tastes go, and I think the pandemic in itself created a big disruption, not only in the distribution patterns, but also in theatrical exhibition. We've seen the Chinese market go up and down in terms of its recovery in the post-pandemic period. There are some big up years, like we saw in 21, and then big down years, like we saw in 22 and 24. So it's hard to track really where that audience is. What I can say is that the Chinese market is in a position where it doesn't need Hollywood to thrive. This film is an example of that. And I'd say the same thing about Hollywood. Hollywood always, I think, can benefit from a Chinese release, but doesn't depend on one to hit billion-dollar releases moving forward.
Daniel Loria, we'll leave it there. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you.